gentlemen, please welcome the chairman of Walt Disney Parks and Resorts, Tom Staggs.
Thank you. As you can see, we're having a lot of fun with these magic bands. I think I'm going to start all my presentations that way from now on. I'm just going to click in. I want to welcome all of you here. Thanks for being here this morning. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice breakfast. And as you do, we just want to talk a little bit about Magic Band and MyMagic Plus and give you a sense before we turn you loose to enjoy it in the parks. So, while the Magic Band doesn't do everything, our guests really are loving the convenience of it. It's the park ticket, it's the room key, access to Fast Pass, Photo Pass, and we're finding that it's allowing guests to customize and personalize their visit with the MyMagic Plus system. So we set out with a fundamental goal for this system, which was really all about enhancing the guest experience, making it more immersive, more seamless, and more personal, and really help guests get even more out of the time that they spend with us. So as you probably recall, a number of years ago we introduced the Fast Pass system. And that gave our guests expedited access to a number of our attractions. And it was interesting because it freed up guests' time during their visit. But what we found was that people were then spending more time with us, in part because they were just able to enjoy their visit more. And in a way, that was the genesis of MyMagic Plus. As we've been rolling this out and getting it in line, we've tried to be really methodical in our testing, integrating feedback that we're getting from our guests and our casts, and making adjustments along the way. And it's really amounted to an enormous undertaking. We've actually more than doubled the number of Fast Pass attractions that are available to our guests, and added some of our guests' favorite experiences to that list that weren't available before. It includes the fireworks, special viewing areas for the parades, meet and greets with some of the favorite characters. Now, I have 3 boys, by the way, so I end up with Fast Pass experiences that almost always end with the word mountain. But it was interesting now that as we see with so much more available for Fast Pass, we're also seeing some of the attractions that have been around a while really popping up high on the list in terms of guest favorites. Peter Pan, Haunted Mansion, the Jungle Cruise. These are some of the most requested attractions as well. So we also changed out and installed the park entry turnstiles with hundreds of touch points. We've put in more than 28,000 hotel door locks enabled with the Fast Pass and the Magic Band. And we've actually trained and interacted with more than 70,000 cast members to make sure that we get everything just right. And by the way, on that note, this seems like a great forum. I want to recognize the amazing cast members who really helped design, conceive, and then delivered MyMagic Plus. We get fired up when we can do something that our guests will enjoy even more than the great Walt Disney World vacations they already have. And our cast has really worked tirelessly to try to bring this to life. And happily, the response from our guests has been overwhelmingly positive. By the way, on average now that we have Fast Pass Plus, 40% more people are using Fast Pass Plus than used the highly popular legacy Fast Pass system. People are liking the ability to book their attractions in advance, but they also have the ability to make changes on the fly, and many are taking advantage of that. So this combines that assurance that people will have the experience that they want, but preserves that spontaneity that people often engage in when they're enjoying a day or a longer visit in the parks. We've been hearing from our guests. We've gotten a number of letters, and as I said, really overwhelmingly positive. What we're hearing is that our guests are loving the flexibility. They're telling us that it allows the family to experience attractions that they normally wouldn't have done, because the key ones they knew they were going to do, they're locked in, and then they go explore more in the parks, and they're discovering more of what the parks have to offer. And that's exactly what we hoped. We're also hearing from guests that the MyMagic Plus system is allowing them to spend more quality time with their families. So let me explain that. People We were really happy with FastPass, and it worked well. But it did result in some of our guests sort of zigzagging across the parks. You go get a FastPass reservation at one attraction, and then zip over to enjoy another attraction, and then go back to redeem that first FastPass privilege, and then go to the next, and on and on. Or, as happened to me a couple times, by the way, being the dad, you'd just be ready to enjoy it, and then you'd get the assignment. They'd hand you the park tickets, and you'd be sent off to get the FastPass while the family went and rode something else, sprinting back, and they're just coming off the attraction, say, okay, we go get that one. They say, you know what, go get the next one. So, I did get a letter from one dad who said, thank you, now I get to enjoy the vacation as well, and I'm not sprinting around. I know it's not always the dads, but, and I should be careful, because if my wife hears about this, yes, she's the one who does all the heavy lifting on vacation. That was my one thing. So, and now I don't have to do that, which is excellent. But as I said, it frees up our guests to be spontaneous. And we are seeing, again, guests are actually spending more time in the parks, even though we've freed up some of the time that they otherwise would spent trying to go get access to the attractions. And that's the name of the game. Because really what we want our guests to be able to do is relax more, knowing that they're going to be able to do the things that they want to do most, and then really discover more of the parks. So, and the little video that you saw beforehand, we sort of made fun about people getting used to using the Magic Band, but we're also finding that people really love the Magic Band itself. We've gotten a number of pictures of folks showing us wearing their Magic Bands. By the way, if someone doesn't want a band, and this, I know of 3 instances out of a couple of million where somebody said, I don't really want to wear the band. No problem. There's the RFID cards work as well, and so it's absolutely a choice that people can make, but overwhelmingly they're choosing the band. We actually had one guest finish up their vacation with us, and then on the way to check out, they went and bought several more Magic Bands because they said they wanted to wear them at home just to remind them of their visit to Walt Disney World. And we're good with that too. But it probably won't work outside the parks. This is a product that was designed from the beginning to continue to evolve, and it will do that. We're going to continue to listen to the feedback we get from people like yourselves, our guests, and certainly our cast members. And we've already made some adjustments. Just this week, we gave guests the ability to add more FastPass entitlements to their day once they've used the 3 that they pre-reserved. We also added the ability for folks to access additional FastPass attractions when they park hop. And we've gotten great feedback from that, and it was really directly from listening to our guests and listening to our cast who have been interacting with guests. And that's one more thing that I just want to make sure that I highlight, because the thing that I'm most proud of in all of this, frankly, is our cast. And what's great is that this system allows our cast to do less. Our head of park operations coined this phrase, but be less engaged with transactions with our guests and more involved with interactions with our guests. So they're more about making that magic. And that's really it at the end of the day. There's a whole bunch of technology behind this system. But Arthur C. Clarke once said that sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. That's what we're going for. This isn't about the technology. It's about the magic that it enables. It's about the magic of a Disney vacation, which is all about really shared times with family and friends that make those memories that people cherish. So if we can provide guests with experiences that are tailored to what they want, that they're more seamless, and ultimately make every one of our guests feel like a VIP, then we feel like the whole thing is a home run. The happier our guests are with the experience, the happier that we'll be. And that's really been the whole goal. So what we wanted to do was allow you to hear about the experience a little bit more this morning and get some of the details. So we've brought in a true Disney expert who can give you her reaction to it. And I think that many of you, if not all of you, will recognize our guest from her television travels. She's covered destinations all around the world, and I'm happy to say that Walt Disney World is one of her favorite visits, although she and I have also had the chance to visit on the ships and a number of other places. But she's been here many times. She knows the ins and outs of the place, and she understands what a family vacation Walt Disney World is all about. And she gave me the thumbs up this morning. She thought this would be a game changer, so I was excited about that. So I hope you'll please join me in welcoming television personality, travel expert, and by the way, someone who looks amazingly good for having 15-month-old twins, Samantha Brown.
Nice introduction. Wow, all right.
Nice to see you. Thanks for being here.
It's great to be here. You know, Disney has always been one of my favorite places to visit, and it's great as a travel host because, you know, they're always doing something new. Can't keep up with you.
Well, that's the idea. We obviously need to please, but we also, we kind of get bored if we rest on our laurels, so we always want to come up with something new.
And you always do. Well, thanks for having me here. It's great to be back.
My pleasure. They're all yours.
Thank you
Thanks
very
very
much.
much. Have fun.
In good hands. Tom Skaggs, everyone. Thank you so much. So as many of you know, I've traveled all around the world, hundreds of cities, dozens of countries, all around the United States, and I've hosted over 170 hours of travel television. And with all my experience, what's got me really excited about today, about what Disney is doing with MyMagic Plus, is because, as Tom mentioned, I'm no longer just a traveler, I'm a traveling mom of 15-month-old twins. So thank goodness for coffee. So the thing I really want to talk about is My Disney Experience, and it's this cool new way to plan your own customized experience at Disney. Now take a look at this. It's me giving MyMagic Plus a try at the Magic Kingdom. It is going to be a great day today. I am spending it at the Magic Kingdom.
Hello, welcome to Walt Disney World.
Thank you very much. Wait a minute, where did all the turnstiles go?
Well, we don't need them anymore with MyMagic Plus.
That is a plus. I'm a mother of twins. I'm hauling one of those double strollers, so I don't have to go around the other side.
Nope, not anymore. Just come on in, just touch a magic band.
Okay, snap right here.
Put your finger right there.
Okay, that is so cool. So does that mean I'm in?
Yep, have a great day at Walt Disney World.
Thank you. Okay, you are going to love this. Now, instead of running around getting all my fast passes, I got them all from home. I never even left my couch, and now they're all right here in the My Disney Experience app. And I've got my first one. It is Dumbo the Flying Elephant, and I'm on my way. I'm the best mom in the world. Hello. Hello, welcome to Dumbo. So I just touch my band like this, right? That's right. I'm good? Yes, ma'am. Have fun. You know what this means, don't you? No more lost phones or sticky fast pass tickets. And it's all right here in this fashionable band. Okay, so I now got a Fast Pass Plus to meet the princesses, and here it is. You can even get a Fast Pass Plus for a character meet and greet. How great is that? Now my little ones don't have to wait in a line to see their favorite character. Should be cool. Can I get a picture? Sure. Thank you. No fumbling for a camera, no blurry phone picture, and the best part is, if you're traveling with family and friends, nobody gets left out. Just let the PhotoPass pros do their thing. And with one little touch, you're done. That is such a breeze and really fun to do. Okay, ladies, I gotta chill. Okay, I've already got my Fast Pass and special reserve viewing location for the parade later today. So, I'm thinking it's time for a little mama time at the spa. So what you couldn't see in the video is that it all started at home. I mean, it really is true that you can totally customize your experience, and you can start that while still at home. Then once you get here, you can make all kinds of arrangements on the go. And I'm so excited about this. I want to bring on stage with me a resident expert in this new phenomenon that everyone will be calling My Disney Experience. So please welcome to the stage, Director of Product Management, Gary Daniels.
Great. Good to be here.
Nice to see you. Sit down. Take a seat on these big, comfy white chairs. We're not going to get up. We have a few drinks. Something stronger than orange juice. Thank you. Sorry,
Sounds good.
Okay, so we've all heard about MyMagic Plus
Right.
and seen the magic bands. I got to try them out yesterday. They were a lot of fun. And by the way, they're on your tables right now, and you've got all the little accessories. You can have fun with them as well. But could you explain a little bit more about My Disney Experience? We know it's a part of MyMagic Plus, but it's got this cool technology to it. Could you elaborate?
Absolutely. So you're correct that My Disney Experience is a major component of MyMagic Plus, and there certainly is new technology involved. But as Tom said, this is really about building a more magical vacation experience for our guests.
Well, I love that, and I can really appreciate the magic of the parks, but... And okay, I don't want my kids to know how the Tooth Fairy trades quarters for teeth, but listen, you got to give us a little bit more than that.
Of course. Well, you mentioned technology, and yes, at Disney our technology has advanced, and we're actually now giving guests capabilities and features that they just weren't possible before. So we've created a My Disney Experience website and app, and it's just for the guest. It's all about the guest and their guide to the magic. So really, it's whether it's their first or their 100th visit, it's so helpful.
So tell us how that website and the app work together.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first thing is we help the guests get started. So we have a guide for them to walk them through the process. So we make sure we have the resort reservation, we find out who's coming with them on this trip, who's got tickets for the experience, and then they're ready to begin. And one of the most exciting things for guests to start with is making those FastPass Plus selections, and it's really simple. And again, they just confirm who they want to make those selections for, and again, those include parades, fireworks, and character meet and greets, and Tom mentioned this as well. We more than double the experiences that are available for FastPass Plus. So they go through, they choose the things that are right for them, and then we give the guests options. And they'll have times throughout the day. And so one thing I want you to notice here is one of these options here, it's got times in the evening. So let's say you're like Cinderella, you're out past midnight in uncomfortable glass shoes, and so you want to sleep in. So now you can hang out in the room, go to the spa, hang out at the pool, but then you still know that once you head to the park, your must-do attractions are already waiting for you. So the guest just picks a set, we keep that for them in their My Disney Experience, and then their itinerary is there for them at any point, so they can see dine reservations, their room reservation, as well as their FastPass experiences.
Okay, so, but what if I want to, say, plan a trip with my sister and her kids, and they live in another state? How do I do that?
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, that's important, because when Walt first set out with Disneyland, part of the reason was to make sure that families had a place to have experiences together. So this was important for us to make sure that guests can connect. So all they do is they just enter in an email address of the person they want to plan with. And then as soon as that friend or family member accepts, then they can make FastPass selections together. So if the nieces and nephews want to experience it all together, they don't have to worry about having different times. They'll be able to experience those attractions together. And as well as they'll share their PhotoPass images and their dine reservations. They can even build an itinerary together.
That's really cool. And okay, so I'm traveling with kids now, and that can be very slight to very challenging, and I'm always looking for new ways to find something that they will think is fun. So
Right.
how do I do that?
Yeah, because I mean, it's really about making this experience about the guest. And so we've created something so they can filter and find what's right for them. So let's say they select the Magic Kingdom, and then maybe they're interested in princesses, and it'll tell them what's right for them. And even as your twins grow taller, then they're going to be able to see what new attractions are available to them as they reach 40 inches and those kind of things. And at each point throughout the way, they can favorite what's right for them so they can remember those things. And we'll play that back to them when they're in the park on the app as well, as far as what their favorites were.
That is really amazing. I love that particularly, and I've never seen anything quite like that. And I think there's a map too, right? So you can find your way to whatever it is once you know it's there?
Yeah, absolutely. So almost everywhere in My Disney Experience, there's a map toggle. So you can hit this button and it'll show you where everything is. I think these maps are awesome, actually. These videos are kind of inside the maps, and these are coming soon. And what's also great about it is it has the Disney details. It's got all the Disney information. It's got the show times, wait times, but it also has your information on the map. So anything you've scheduled, your favorites, your wish list items, they also show up on the map. So again, it's got all of the information that you need that Disney provides, as well as what you've scheduled.
I just heard an audible wow. Like, did you hear that? Those maps are unbelievable. Okay, so everything I plan at home on my computer with My Disney Experience is now transferred to my smartphone. on the app. And so when I'm at the park, I can just make changes on the fly while I'm going around the park with my kids.
You got it.
Wow.
So anything you do on the website or the app, it's all there for you anytime you access My Disney Experience. So whether you're at the park or you're planning at soccer practice before you arrive, or anywhere you can access My Disney Experience. So I mean, not only can you do it on the fly, I guess you really could do it while you fly as well.
Funny guy, this guy. I like Gary. While I fly, and that saves me a lot of times. I'm always in the air. All right,
sure.
So okay, I'm going to trip you up a little bit.
Okay.
What about the non-planners? Because we certainly know people like that who they don't want to make any plans. They just want to show up and buy a ticket, right? So
Yeah.
what about them?
Yeah, it's about guest choice. And so if the guest wants to select FastPass after they arrive, that's fine as well. In the app, they just select FastPass. And then if anyone in there needs a ticket that maybe they just purchased, they just point their phone's camera at the back of that ticket. We'll link that ticket up to their My Disney Experience. And that way that ticket can touch at the entry points, or their Magic Band can touch. And then they just say who they'd like those FastPass selections for. They choose their experiences, very similar to what we saw just a second ago, and they're ready to go. So no needing to go to different locations in the park to get FastPass experiences, as Tom was mentioning. It's all right there. They can do it on the app even after they arrive.
And I like that flexibility.
Yeah, absolutely. And so in addition to that, in the app, right on your home screen, it's always going to have your plans. But more importantly, if you want to be spontaneous and just kind of go with the flow, there's tabs at the top. And at any point, they'll tell you what's near you and when it's happening. So attractions and dining, you'll always get that information as far as distance and time, show times, wait times. Characters are also very important. So guests can select characters, they see where they're at. Not sure how to get there, just hit the map, it'll take you there. We also have the resorts as well. There's a lot that happens at Disney resorts as well, and there's things like campfires and movies. Those are on the maps as well. And before I mentioned the favorites, and so here you can see right in the app, your favorites are always right there. It's kind of like a custom tip board, so it's always changing with wait times and the things that you said that you wanted to do. So hopefully you're seeing, this is really about making it a more magical guest experience and making it the guest totally theirs.
That is just awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Gary, thank you so much for sharing everything you know with us. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Gary Daniels, everyone. Smartest man in the world. Well, I know we can't experience everything today, but I think that they've got some pretty cool things lined up for you. In fact, I believe that they've created a special tour of MyMagic Plus just for you guys because they know how limited your time is. But now for a look at how MyMagic Plus works inside the parks, please welcome the president of Walt Disney World Resort, George A. Kalogridis. Please take a seat. Thank you so much. I just want to relish in the moment that I'm on stage sitting with the president of Walt Disney World.
I'm the lucky
Please,
one.
someone tweet this. Please tweet this for me. I appreciate it. Well, George, in just a few minutes, a lot of the folks here will board transportation for the Magic Kingdom. And well, I was hoping that you could give us a preview of what they are going to see starting right at the beginning, right at that entrance.
Well, probably the first thing that's going to be the most noticeable, as you saw in the video, the turnstiles are gone. So we've replaced the turnstiles with the touch points, and not only is it more welcoming, certainly more open, but an entire family can enter at one time. And now our cast members can really focus much more on welcoming all of you and not having to worry so much about does this ticket match or will it go into the machine or something like that.
And I have to say, I love the Magic Bands. They're empowering.
They're really very, very cool. As you've heard before, Disney hotel guests get a Magic Band with their room. So every guest staying here has their own Magic Band. It's their room key, it's their park ticket, and it's their Fast Pass ticket. Our annual pass holders also receive a complimentary Magic Band. And then for guests who are staying off property, their ticket media will do the same thing. So it will allow them into the parks, allow them access to Fast Pass Plus experiences. And if they'd like to purchase a Magic Band, which we'd love for them to do, we certainly have those available in our merchandise shops.
And you were saying that earlier that there are no turnstiles, there are no more paper Fast Passes. Well, how else has MyMagic Plus changed the experience for us?
Yeah, that's a great question. Fast Pass Plus is really just one part of what we've now provided for our guests. We've added what we call Scene 1s, and you'll find Scene 1s in many adventures of Winnie the Pooh, The Haunted Mansion, Dumbo the Flying Elephant. And they're actually so popular that many guests will come back just to experience a scene 1.
That is beautiful, because I know people like to enjoy themselves before they get on the rides, and that really allows them to do so. Well, I actually love locking in my parade viewing. What else can I do with FastPass Plus now?
Yeah. You know, originally with Fast Passes, it was just attractions. Now it's parade viewing, it's character experiences. So in the Magic Kingdom, it's Enchanted Tales with Belle, Princess Fairy Tale Hall, Meet and Talk with Magician Mickey Mouse. You can even reserve Fast Pass Plus experiences in our other parks as well. It's also good for fireworks viewing. So in the Magic Kingdom, it's for wishes. Parades in the Magic Kingdom, such as the Main Street Electrical Parade or the Festival of Fantasy Parade. And then all of these kinds of things are available in all of the other Disney parks here in Florida as well.
So no bolting across the park at rope drop for all my fast passes. Thinking about it, what on earth am I going to do with all my free time?
Yeah, those days are gone, Samantha. But what's really nice is now maybe you'll actually be able to enjoy our beautiful parks and all of the detail work that our Imagineers have put into creating them. And one of the nicer things that's also part of MyMagic Plus is the photo opportunities. And so with Memory Maker, it's a digital product platform. So all of your photos from your entire stay here, it's all uploaded into one place, and then you have time when you get home to sit down and really enjoy them. As you said earlier, you're actually in all of them, which I'm sure doesn't happen sometimes when you're out traveling around the world.
Right, certainly if you're with your family, someone gets left out of that photo, and so you just let the PhotoPass pros do their thing. So, George, there's one last question I have to ask you. You have been here since day one. You have been here since Walt Disney World opened its doors. What do MyMagic Plus and all of the milestones the cast has achieved today along this journey, what do they mean to you?
Yeah. A common denominator of many of our longtime cast members, myself included, is that we're all here because we love to serve people, we love to create happiness. And being able to do that for millions of our guests is something we're very, very proud of. And as you heard Tom say at the beginning, when we have an opportunity to enhance the experiences that our guests have with us and to put tools into the hands of our cast that allow them to better do that, we get very, very excited. And really, MyMagic Plus has allowed us to take that guest experience to an entirely new level. As you've heard before, turning transactions into interactions. And that's really what MyMagic Plus is all about.
Wow. I mean, that you have every reason to be so excited about what's just about to happen.
We're very, very excited. When you drive onto our property, the lettering above the gate says, "You're entering the place where dreams come true." And that's really true for our guests. And now it's really true for our cast as well. 43 years ago, when I began my career here at Disney, I couldn't imagine that we would be able to deliver a family vacation to the level that we are now able to do today. And I'm so excited to be here and so lucky to be part of that evolution, and I can't wait for everybody to enjoy it.
Well, what do I say after that?
How about I'll see you in the parks?
I like that. That's a great idea, George. Well, thank you
Such
to you
a pleasure.
and Gary for being with us today.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it so much. And now it is time to go and experience MyMagic Plus for yourselves.